This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. So, hi, hello, welcome to the next session on ABAP.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, all, welcome to the next session on SAP ABAP. In the last few classes, we have discussed about the module pool programs, and today we are going to going back to the reports. And so, before going back to the reports, I go to the DB statements case. So again, now we will understand some of the things in the DB statements. Maybe somewhere in the data dictionary, before coming to the data dictionary, I have explained the DB statements. See guys, DB statements, we have a data dictionary and we have a DB database statements, SQL structured query language, DDL, data definition language. So how you define the data? How you define the data base objects? That's the DDL, data definition language. Like it's like a create table, alter table, drop table, but we don't write any code. We have a concept called data dictionary. By using data dictionary, we are going to create the tables. So by in the background, SAP is going to generate this code in the database level. That's the name DDL. The second operation is DML. We have seen in the module pool program how we can do the DML by using insert, modify, update, and delete. With this, we can insert the data into database table. We can modify the data into database table. We can update the data into database table. We can delete the data into database table. That's a DML operation, data manipulation language. And we have seen DQL, data query language. We have seen different kind of select statement, right? Select star, select specific page. Okay, a lot of select queries we have used, almost 10 to 15 select statements we have used. And the third one is DCL, data control language. This concept will come later. So how you can restrict the access to the different kind of business users. The security we can, it's in a DCL, data control language. And the last one is the TCL case. So this is exactly the transactional control language. That means when what is transaction is whenever in a DML operation initiates, one transaction is created. That means suppose I inserted the data into database table, that's in a transaction. I modified the data into database table, that's in a transaction. I deleted the data from the database table, that's in a transaction. But if you want to control that database operations, so there are two statements called, one is commit work and another one is the rollback. So I did an insert. Whenever you do a commit work, the data will be updated in the database case until unless the data will not be updated in the database tables. That's a commit work. Suppose if you want to create something in the SAP, so we are going to use a commit work statement. In the same way, in module pool program, in the update, if you want to update the data in the database table, we use a commit work statement. That's it. It's part of DB statement. The commit work is a part of the database statements. It's not only in SAP, so across all the databases. So this is the common concept. The DB statements is a common concept in every technology. You see this kind of statements. So that's why this is the foundation for the database. And after that, I have taken to the data dictionary. What exactly the data dictionary? What is the database table? We have seen all the database operations. We created the tables and we inserted the data into database tables and we fetched the data from the database tables and we did a commit work on the TCL transaction control. We did a database. And the next thing is authorization object, authorization concept, security concept that we not yet see, that we will see in the upcoming classes. Now you don't understand. So whenever the concept comes, then that time I will explain the DCL, data control language. So that's a thing. And after that, we went to the reports. We have seen the reports in a different ways by using one write statement. The another one is by using function modules. We have seen, and we did classical report by using function module, ALV function module, ABAP list viewer. The function modules which we have used is reuse ALV list display, reuse ALV grid display, and also we have used the field catalog is important in the function models. So we have generated the field catalog, we have defined the key fields in the field catalog, what is the field name, what is the column position, and whether the field is in a checkbox or whether you can edit the field or not. Everything we are handling with the field catalog, and also we can provide a hotspot if you want to do an interactive option. And so if you want to do an interactive reporting in the reports, so there are some parameters in the function module level. So the at user command, and if you want to set your own custom toolbar, we are going to use an set PF status, the parameter. So that kind of operations we have seen in the ALV reporting. And also we have uploaded the logo into ALV report by using what is the transaction to upload the logo into ALV report. So what is the transaction to upload the OAER is the transaction code, and how you can upload the data, how you can upload the logo. So if you want to upload the logo, so then we have to use an event called top of page. The top of page event is a part of the function module interfacing parameter. And also you need to use the function model, reuse ALV commentary, right guys. So nobody is reading my PPT. See, this is my ABAP list viewer, and see, and we have seen set parameter IDs, get parameter IDs. See, how can you put in a application toolbar? We have to use the we have to copy that, and we need to use this form, we need to use this parameter callback PF status set. So this is what I am talking. Okay, so these are all interview questions guys. And also this is the function model where we can get the ALV object, and we have seen different things. See, reuse ALV field catalog method, which is used to automatically generate a field catalog. But on top of it, if you want to add your own field catalog things, you need to read table field catalog, and with the field, whatever the field you would like to add, and then you need to modify the internal table. Suppose if you don't want to write in a modify statement, which thing you need to use over here? We have to use a field symbols concept. Okay, so the field symbols, as part of object orientation, we have seen. So field symbols are dynamic data pointers which address the parent object, and with the field symbols we can, without modifying the internal table, when you change the value in the field symbol, it will automatically reflect in the field, the parent object, the internal table base. So that's what we have seen. Okay, everybody forgot. When that comes into the module pool, they forgot reports. When you go to the BDC, they forgot the module pools. Okay, so it should not. So you have to recap. The PPT will give you guys. So just to recap in the night, you are going to remember it. The previous concepts also you should not forget. Okay, so next thing is we have seen we are going to look at the reports by using object orientation. And if you want to do an object orientation, at least you should remember the object oriented concepts. So what is class and what is object? And so this is the foundation space. Okay, and we have seen the object orientation, nice symbols here in the pictures. Okay. Okay, I think this class I didn't give the pictures for the object orientation. Where is human symbol? Where is that symbol? Okay, it comes here. Flight symbols I have given, guys. I think it is deleted. Okay, that's okay. So what is object? Object is an instantiation of a class. Class is a reference to the object, and it contains the source code, and class contains the different components like attributes, methods, and events, and also types, the declarations, right? So there are two types of class. One is static and another one is the instance. If it is a static, and we can call the static things by using directly class and equal and greater than and the attribute or method or event. But if it is an instance class or instance attribute or instance method, you need to create an object, and create object is nothing but you need to instantiate the class by using create object, and you need to have one data object for your class. Data, the object geo underscore object type ref to the class, and whenever you call the instance thing, we have to use hyphen and greater than. We need to use an object, guys. So then we have seen the inheritance. What exactly the inheritance? So we can access the components of parent class components into the child class components. That is an inheritance. And also we have an encapsulation. Encapsulation provides visibility sections of your class that are public, private, and protected. And public we can access from anywhere, from external programs, from the same class, some within the subclass within the friends class. Then we have a private class, then protected. Next we have a protected. We can access from the same class and subclasses and also its friends classes, but not from the external program. But if it is in a private, and we can protected is the private, we can access within the same class, not in the subclasses, but we can access from the friends class. If you make a friend, we can access the private class, and that's it. That's the private thing, guys. So that's the private, public, and protected. And also we have seen what exactly the casting, and also we object oriented ABAP ensures code reusability, code maintainability, code readability, and data integrity, data security, and inheritance. Polymorphism. What exactly the polymorphism? And one method has a different behavior in different classes. That's a polymorphism. By implementation we have seen. And also we have an abstract. So abstract class, we cannot instantiate the abstract class. If we have one method, at least abstract method, then we can call it an abstract class. And also we have an interface. So with the interface we can achieve the multiple inheritance. Okay, interface provides a multiple inheritance. Interface will have only definitions, not the implementations. That's an interfacing concept, and where we are going to use this object orientation. So the first concepts we are going to use in the ALV reports by using object oriented ABAP. That's a today's class, and we'll see the next future concepts of this, where we will use the object orientation heavily. And so that's a class. When you want to define a class definition and class implementation and class execution, and this is a local class, but local class is restricted for that class only. That's why SAP has given a global class. If you want to access that class globally across multiple programs, the transaction code is SE24, guys. Not very easy to build the class by using SE24. Everything it will generate, the code will be generated automatically, guys. So that's a local class and global class. And we have one more important is constructor. So which is a default method of a class. Whenever you call the class, so the static class constructor will be executed by default. Whenever you instantiate the class, the instance constructor will be executed by default. And so this is a friends class. Suppose if you want to access the protected and private attributes of a class, we are going to make a friends class. And casting, we have, if you want to assign the object after you instantiate, if you want to assign the child class objects into the parent class objects, that we are going to call upcast. And child class objects into the parent class object, we call it an upcast. And parent class object into child class objects, that we call it a downcasting, guys. Okay, down, narrow casting, up, it's a widening casting. So that's what we have seen about the object orientation. And we have seen the purchasing flow. These are transactions, and also we have seen the field symbols. It is a dynamic data objects, and it contains the other data objects. It points to the other data objects. When we change the value of the field in the assigning object, the changed value will be reflected in the original object, guys. That's a field symbols. The field symbols, so you can directly define by using field symbols, and less than and greater than, you need to use the less than and greater than is angular brackets, we call it is. And the type Mara, that means you know that what is the reference. But we have in a dynamic field symbols. We have in a type any table, type any. That means it doesn't know, it's in a dynamic. Suppose if you assign VBAC fields, it will give in a VBAC structure. If I assign VBAC fields, it will be given a VBAC structure. That is the name, dynamic field symbols. And you need to assign the field values by using field symbols. And suppose if you want to read the component of a field symbol, we are going to use assign component, and we will take that value, we will read that value, we will store that value in another field symbol base. So that's a dynamic. If you whenever use dynamic field symbols, directly the field symbol hyphen field name, it doesn't work because it's in a dynamic. You never know what is the field which is contained in the structure. But if you want to read the dynamic fields from the field symbols, we have to use assign component, the field name of structure, the structure work area to the target field symbol. Then the value, the NETW value will be stored in this field symbol base. So that's a field symbol. But whenever you want to generate a dynamic field symbols, we are going to use a data objects, data type ref to data. That's one of the dynamic data objects that also we have seen this. So that's a field symbol concept. And next we are going to see the reports, and we have seen the reports by using write statements. And the another thing is by using write statements there are practical advantages. So we have to look the internal table, and we need to use a write command to print the data. And sort is not possible, download to Excel is not possible, sum is not possible, no find options, look and feel is not good. So to provide all these options, SAP comes up with concept called ALV, above list viewer, and we can generate a list viewer reports by using two ways, by using function module, reuse ALV list to display, reuse ALV list to display, and the other option is object oriented ABAP. So next we comes to the object oriented ABAP, and I stopped the object oriented ABAP because it is dependent on the screen module full programming guys. So that time one day I stopped that course and I came here. So ALV report with object oriented ABAP. So these are all the step ways. First you need to create the screen. Now you are familiar with the creating the screens and display that ALV report on that screen, and create a custom container. In the screen element, we need to choose a custom container if you want to display an ALV output. And there are two classes case. One is CLGUI custom container. You need to remember these classes, and you need to instantiate this class. Then you need to build the field catalog by using function module LVC field catalog merge. If it is an object oriented ABAP, LVC field catalog merge. If it is a normal function module, it is a reuse underscore ALV underscore field catalog merge. And so there is are some methods, set table for first display and to display the data in the ALV, and method refresh table display. Suppose you change some data on the ALV, if you want to display again the changed data on the ALV output, we are going to use refresh table display. And to capture the changed records, and we are going to use check to change data method. And if you want to set your toolbars, we are going to use the set toolbar buttons. So first let me go to the classes first. So this is the main class CL underscore GUI underscore ALV underscore grid to display your report ALV report on the by using object oriented ABAP. One 92, 168, So first let me go to the, I will revision one more time the function module, then I will come back to the ALV. So ABAP transport for ALV reports. I think this is the transport, and go to the program, and I think this is the one report, and execute. So this is the very good report, guys, and execute test. I hope this is the one. We have displayed everything. Yeah, perfect. See, so we have displayed a logo on the ALV report by using function model, and also we declared a checkboxes, and we have displayed the sales order data, and also we have given the interactiveness on the material, and also we have given the interactiveness on the customer. Customer, see, underline, if you see, that means I can click on it, and also we have given the subtotals. Okay, everything we did. And refer this program. I just recap all the concepts over here, guys. We need to prepare a final internal table to display the data, and fetch the data from the database tables, and prepare a final internal table to output the data. And also we build a field catalog by using field catalog, or else if you don't want to write the code, you can use the function module reuse underscore ALV underscore field catalog merge, and we have displayed the output by using function module reuse underscore ALV underscore grid display. And here we have function module means always the interfacing parameters is. So callback program, and see, if you want to set PF status, we are going to use this subroutine. This is a subroutine. And if you want to do an interactive options, we are going to use user command. If you want to display the logo on the ALV, we are going to use a top of page interfacing parameter. And these are all the subroutines. This is a subroutine, this is a subroutine, this is a subroutine. You need to define the subroutines, you need to write the logic. User command, and you come type say you come selection field. Suppose when you click on field, so what is the field you clicked on it? What is the value you clicked on it? If you want to store that, we are going to use list underscore cell field. And so this is the object. Actually, this is the function model which is used to read the object. Be about that. But whenever you double click on the ampersand IC1 is the value which will be stored in the SciUCom, and also in the selection field, what is the field name you clicked on, and what is the field value you clicked on it, guys. So whenever you click on some field, if you want to go to the particular transaction, we are going to set the values in the SAP memory, and SAP memory is in a global memory. It's in a cross transaction memory which is there in the PPT. I'm not telling anything which is new. Okay, everything is there in the PPT. And then there are two syntaxes. One is the set parameter ID. That means we can set the value in the global. See, setting the value in the global memory. And if you want to get the value, we can use the get parameter ID and do the call. Suppose if you want to do a transaction code calling, call transaction, and skip the first screen. So whatever the value you set in the global, that value will be passed here, and it will display the material. That's the concept. And also when you do a select all, we are clicking a checkbox with a select all. And also, guys, when you do a check select all, the data, whatever the data you changed, that should be reflected in the screen. So that's why we called in a method called check changed data, guys. And also you need to refresh that display. That's why I have used a refresh table display method. So deselect all and pass the space. That means it will deselect the thing. And again, I have used the same methods. And whenever you click on display delivery details, and so it will select all the changed data. It will refresh, and we are going to read only that selected records. For the selected records, I am fetching the data from the database for the delivery details. The delivery details from the lips table, and that details we are going to display in the next output, guys. The next screen we are going to display it. So this is the very good program. You have to refer this program for the ALV report by using function modules. Maybe the same functionality we are going to do in the ALV reports with the object-oriented ABAP. How you can do with the object-oriented ABAP. But this time, so I don't take any sales. Maybe I will go with the purchasing details. So go to the purchasing details. So I have given a flow for the purchasing documents, and so this is the purchasing, how material management and purchase flow will start. So always purchasing starts with the purchase requisition, and so the transaction codes are these ME51, ME52, ME53, and the tables are IBAN and IBAN. And So always we have to look for the purchase orders. The transaction code is ME21, ME23, ME22, ME23. The tables are EKPO and EKKO and EKPO, and the purchase orders will be uh, the purchase orders. Always when I purchase, that means I am going to contact with the vendor. So vendor details also important. LFA1 is the vendor master table, and LFB1 is the vendor company code table, and LF uh, LFA1, LFB1, LFBK is the vendor bank database. Whenever I purchase, I need to send the money to the vendor. So that's the bank details we are going to use. The vendor bank details will be stored in the LFBK table. Already you know material details. These are all the tables for the material details. Maybe let's go and create a report for the MM and go here and see. This is the report and with the object oriented above SC38 and GDZ 9 and it's an report, purchase report. I can say it's purchase report with object oriented above price and create the program and title and purchase order. And export all program and save. GDZ9 save and go to the transport for reports. So here my input is guys. So my input is purchase organization. So parameters and P underscore EKORG. VKORG is a sales organization. EKORG is a purchase organization. This is related to purchase. That is related to the sales. I use a startup selection and I'm going to get the data. So the purchase organization field will be available in the EKKO table. Go to S11. The relationship is very important. Even I have explained this relation some time back. So here you can see the EKKO. So EKKO, which is in a purchase document header table, and purchase order is in a primary key. See, this is a primary key in this table. That means I can get in a one purchasing document in the EKKO table, and we have a company code and deletion indicator, and we have taken some of. I think I have explained this in program. It seems. Okay. Maybe again we do the same thing. That's not a problem. So we can do a number of times. So maybe I'm going to take these fields, and so before going to fetch the data, my practice is I'm going to define an internal tables. Okay. So from the EKKO, so I'm going to the EKKO. I would like to need purchase document and company code and purchasing document type and whether the purchase order is deleted or not and the status of the purchasing document and what is the vendor who is supplying this material and what is the purchase organization, what is the purchasing group, and also we have a release strategies and the release strategy starts with the F fields. See, so releasing group, release strategy, and release indicator. So this is the real time guys. In the bench, they are going to do the same kind of reporting. So these are release strategies and copy, and it's my TY underscore EKKO, and this is my types for the purchasing details TY underscore EKKO. So okay. Next, I need some of the details from the EKPO and go to the pattern and go to here and EKPO and this is the fields and EBLN, EBLP and the deletion indicator and quotation status and what is the material number and what is the company code, what is the plant, what is the storage location, what is the material group and what is the quantity MENG and what is the quantity which we have ordered and what is the price and what is the total price. So this kind of things we are going to take it from here guys. And also okay, maybe sometimes the weight also important. We are going to take this weight and purchasing document category. Okay, some other fields I have taken from that. EKPO, TY underscore EKPO, and change this to the types. Okay, so first I'm doing only, because if I extend this, it will take a lot of time. Just I'm doing only the header and item, because I need to go to the ALV report first. Then I can extend with the tables. That's not a problem. So maybe next I need to have a final thing. So, but final thing I can declare in an internal table. But guys, so if I declare in an internal table, I need to build the field catalog manually. Instead of this, I can create a structure with all the fields. So that structure I can refer for my internal final internal table, guys. So data. So first one is GT underscore EKKO type table of TY underscore EKKO, and we have a GS underscore EKKO. This is a work area, village. So basics here. Okay, here in this case, and TY underscore EKKO and GT underscore EKKO and type table of TY underscore EKPO and GS underscore EKPO and the type of TY underscore EKPO. So until this, I have declared an internal table space. So, but I need to have a final. I need to output the data from the combination of these two internal tables. That means what I can do one way is I can combine this. I can make a final. But whenever I use an ALV, guys, I don't declare any types for this. So I, instead of this, I declare an one output structure. Go to S11 and make an output structure for the purchase. Already it is there, guys. So G star OO above start structures. I'm not creating the structure, guys. It takes a lot of time. So ALV. I think that's the one. So correct. So this is the structure which we have declared already. Structure creation is easy. EBLN, EBLP, MADNR, MAKTX, and BUKRS works, LGORT, MENG, NETWR. Maybe first I will go to the item. So EBLN, EBLN, and EBLP, LLP, not LLP. So this is the EBLP and LOE KZ, that I will put it here. So whatever the additional things which is coming up, I'm going to put here LOE KZ, LOE KZ, and types. And what is the LOE KZ? LOE KZ. LOE. We'll see. Asset class not definition. Okay. So maybe go to the SE. Data element is different, guys. So EKPO and do this and LOE KZ. So okay. So these are purchasing related relation indicator for the purchasing. And next go to the STATU. Okay, STATU. Next field is STATU and the types and STATU. I think this is also different. ESTA. Okay. And next field we have MATNR. I think it is there. So MATNR. And I have used MAKTX. The description I am going to get it from another table. And we have Bucharest. We have Bucharest works LGORT works LGORT. And another one is MATKL. So take this and insert MATKL and types and MATKL and next one MENG, MEINS, NETPR, NETWR, and NTGEW, and types, and I think here we can see the EKPO, which is control of NTGEW. Okay, it's an EKPO. NTGE. Okay, change. Go to the Control F, NTGEW, and see ENTGE, and also one more field, GEWEI, and types, and take the data element, save, take the data element from the EKPO table, and okay, EGE. Okay, that's it. These fields from the EKPO guys, but also I have some fields from the EKKO as well. So go to the EKKO, Bucharest already there. Next one is the BSART. What is the document type? And BSART, purchasing document type. We have an AUART in sales document type. BSART is a purchasing document type. BSART. Okay, these are the business terms, guys. You should know. And LIFNR. We need a vendor. That's very important. Who is the supplying this material? So LIFNR. And also we have EKO RG. EKO RG. And types, which is an EKO RG. And next we have EKGRP. EKGRP. And types, and which is an EKGRP. And we have a release strategies and FRRGR. Release, we see the same. Yeah, we have a data element with the same control C. Control types. Okay, release strategy. Okay, release indicator. Release status. Okay, release related things we have maintained, and do the syntax check. And I think there will be a currency reference field, and the reference is required. Maybe for this field, what is the for this is the reference guys. Okay, WEI is the reference. Go to the currency and quantity fields and maintain this field as a reference. In the same, or else we can use EKG. That's not a problem. Save and activate the structure. So the structure we have activated. This structure I use for the reference purpose, and take this structure and go to the here, and I'm going to declare a final final, which is the type table of the structure. And need work area GS underscore final, and which is the type of this structure. That's it. And also I need to have now I'm going to select the data and select the required fields only. Don't select all the fields, and select these fields. Controls. So I'm fetching the data from database table, and I'm going to store the data in the internal table GT underscore EKKO. So select these fields, specific fields. This is the best way of. So I'm not only teaching the concepts, the programming standards which we need to do, guys. So declare the internal table with specific fields and fetch the data for the specific fields. That's the name concept from table EKKO into table GT underscore EKKO. And here I have a condition. So not all the orders, only the orders which are EKO RG, which is equal to the P underscore EKO RG. So whatever you input the data, for that input only fetch the purchase orders. That's an input restrictions. And So when you have the data, if psi hyphen sub RC equal to 0, or else we can do like this. If GT underscore EKKO is not initial. That means if there is any data, that means if size of RC equal to 0, then only the data will be available in this internal table. And select the details from the EKPO. And select the details from the EKPO. And take this, Control C, and select the data, and select these fields from the EKPO table, and shift and delete. Okay, shift and delete, 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 and delete, and delete, shift and delete, shift and delete. And guys, save, and maybe all these fields this side, and if you want to move this side, select all and put a tab, and you are going to get this. Okay, save, and then write the logic from EKPO into table GT underscore EKPO. And now based on this internal table, I need to fetch the data from another database table. Which statement I need to use for all entries in GT underscore EKKO. And what is the relationship between, if you want to build a for all entries or inner join, you should be having a common field. So otherwise you cannot build it. The common field between these two tables are, so where EBELN of EKPO, which is equal to the GT underscore EKKO of EBELN. The common field between these two database tables are the purchasing order number. And save and ready printer. Now I am going to prepare a final internal table, but whenever you prepare a final internal table, always you need to loop on the items table, and my items table is loop at GT underscore EKPO into GS underscore EKPO, and loop. When you write loop, always I write an and loop. That means it will process all the records from the items and move that item records first. My item record is there in the now GS underscore EKPO, and to the GS underscore final. So, but did you prepare a GS underscore final? Yes, you have to make a GS underscore final. Then guys, so I'm looping the record purchasing document number and item. Suppose if you have 4 items, then 20, 30, 40, it will loop for the 4 times. But my purchase document, suppose, so here I have a purchasing document. Here I have a purchasing document and item, but here I have only purchasing document as a key field. Okay, suppose, so when I pass the purchasing document from in the EKKO table, how many records I can fetch it? How many records it will exist in the EKKO? I have a purchasing order number, and if I pass to the EKKO table that purchase order number, how many records I will get it? Single record. So if it is in a single record, are you going to use the loop or are you going to use the read? That's the concept of the read table. So read table. So I know that. So EKKO, I will get only one single record for the purchase order into the GS underscore EKKO, and with the key EBELN of EKKO, which is equal to the GS underscore EKPO of EBELN. That means I can get only the single record. But whenever I use the read table, I use in a binary search, and if I one sub RC, and which is equal to 0 and it. But whenever you use in a binary search, what is the must? You must sort, guys. So even if you have the data, sort the GT underscore EKKO by EBELN. This is the thing which you need to use. So you are writing an A where with the key EBELN, you need to sort this internal table with the where condition, with condition, whatever the key. Suppose if you put 2 fields, you need to sort by 2 fields. If it is 3 fields, you need to sort by 3 fields. Otherwise, your binary search doesn't work. But always, what is the sort sequence? If you use the binary search, is it ascending or descending? ascending guys, don't do that descending. Whenever you do that descending, the binary search doesn't work guys. That's the, it's all interview questions guys, my fundamental question, technical questions. So if pretty printer and if size of RC equal to 0, and what is the problem? Okay, and if and pretty printer and move the corresponding data. Okay, I can do field by field assignment ways, it takes a lot of time. So that's why I'm doing in a move corresponding. So otherwise you can write GS underscore final EBLN, which is equal to GS underscore EKPA hyphen EBLN, that I can do it, but it takes some time. I can use a move corresponding. So GS underscore EKKO to the GS underscore final. Okay, C equal to A plus B. We did an move the A data, we move the B data. Now I make an a C, and the C I am going to pass it to the GS underscore final and to the GT underscore final. That's it. Now the data will be available in the GT underscore final. The first step is done. So the internal table, the final data will be available in the GT underscore final. Now the ALV part, now the output comes in, part comes into the picture. We did an input, we did a processing logic, and we need to do an output. So in this demo, we are going to output the ALV report by using object oriented ABAP, and the class is the, now I come back to the steps. So first you need to create a screen guys. If you want to display the output, you need to create a screen first. So I'm going to create a screen, and if you want to executable program, how can you create the screen? See guys, this is the requirement. So this is my executable program. Yeah, that's it, perfect. So we are going to use screen, right? So this is what we learned in the module full program, and save and execute and okay, and define so the ALV go about, and also go to the layout, and here we are going to design the screen. So here guys, we can do a lot of things model pool, you already know. So we can design the text, we can design the input field, we can design the checkbox, we can design the radio buttons, we can design the push buttons, we can design the tab strip control, we can design the table control, and you need to use custom control to display the ALV output guys. That's the option. So take this custom control, select the custom control, and place the your area where you would like to display your output. Place it and give the name for your custom control. Okay, so this is my gv underscore cust. Okay, gv underscore cust. This is my custom control object. A custom control is save and activate the screen. Don't do anything. That's it, simple. And okay. Okay, go to the flow log and activate the flow log. Okay, module pool, nothing we don't do. We don't do anything here, and save and pretty printer. And this is the first step. Okay, and also guys, we are going to use two classes. One is the cl underscore GUI custom container. You need to have an object for your custom container, what you defined in the screen, and you need to have an object for the cl GUI ALV grid guys. So create the object first. If you want to create the object, you need to have a data object, and if you want to have a data object, and define a data object and go underscore cast, and if it is an object file, ref to cl underscore GUI underscore custom control space custom container. See, custom container. I define a one object and go underscore ALV and type ref to cl underscore. You need to remember this classes is GUI underscore ALV and to the control space GUI grid. So I have defined two objects for the two classes. Say pretty printer. And now guys, this is my module full program. Suppose if I want to display the data on the screen, that means I have a screen. Whenever screen comes, I need to display data on the screen. So where I need to write the logic? Perfect. You have to go to the PBO. That's the concept. So see, I'm going to the PBO, and in the PBO, and I'm going to write module, one module for ALV, module ALV underscore output. So I have created a separate module for the ALV output. I can define my own modules. This I am going to use for the status. This I am going to use for to display the ALV output. And double click on this module. Yes. And click on the main program. The same program you create the module. In this, so I need to instantiate the two objects, one for the custom container and another one is for the your ALV. So if you want to instantiate the class, so what is the syntax which we need to use? Instantiate the class. Huh? Create object. Right? So what is your object for custom container? CO underscore custom. Do the control space, enter, that's it. Okay, it will give all the code. So here the container name. What is the container name which we have given? GB underscore custom. This in the screen level, the name which we have given for the custom container is the GB underscore custom. So see, name of the screen custom control name linked to container. Here already they are giving in some description. And guys, but what is the next? That is done, guys. I created an object. I instantiated a class for the custom container. Then instantiated a class, guys. Instantiate create object and go underscore ALV. This is the instantiation for the ALV, guys. To the control space, enter. See, guys, here it will ask for some of the parameters. It is asking here I underscore parent. So where you need to display this class, that is the parent, guys. So where you need to display this output, I need to display this output on the screen custom control area. So what is the object for the custom control area? The object is the Geo underscore custom. That is in a parent, guys. So you need to call this parent Geo underscore custom. Save. Now I instantiated the two things. Next, what I am going to do is so if you want to display the data, and so there is a method called call method. I told there are two methods. Some methods I have given. Set a table for first time display. If you want to display first time, okay, we are going to use this method set a table for first display. Okay, so call method from Geo underscore ALV. This is the class phase. You need to use not custom container. You need to use the class CL underscore GUI underscore ALV underscore grid. So this is the class, and see this is an instance one. I need to use hyphen and greater than and set underscore table to the control space. Set a table for first display and control space again enter, and it gives me the see guys. I'm going to pass an output. What is the output? Where is the output data? Where is the output data? GT underscore final. But where is my field catalog? See, I need to have a field catalog, guys. See, I'm going to create one internal table for the field catalog. So if you want to know, if you want to build this field catalog, what I need to refer? If I want to build a field catalog for this, what I need to refer? Tell me the process. I need to go to this class. I need to go to this method. In this method, there is a changing parameter. The changing parameter is IT underscore field catalog. Whatever the reference which they have given, that reference I need to take it. This is the process, always standard process. Go to the class SE24 and CL underscore GUI underscore ALV underscore grid. So this is my class. Display the class and go to the methods and find the method set underscore table underscore table for first display for underscore first underscore image. There is a lot of methods, and see guys, this is my method where I can see the interfacing parameters go to the parameters. And what is the field catalog? Where is the field catalog? Field catalog. Field catalog. What is the reference? Is this a table type or is this a structure? Table type. So if it is in a table type, take this table type and go to the program and declare your internal table for the field catalog. And GT underscore field cat and type. If it is in a table type, directly I can declare like this. If I take the structure, I need to write in a type table of this. That's a difference. And GS underscore field cat and type of. Do you take the table type? No, you have to take in a structure. If you want to take the structure, double click and see, you can see the line type. Whenever you build in a table type, you will give a structure in the line type. And so take this structure and define this structure. That's it. I define an internal table for the field catalog. And GT underscore, pass the GT underscore field catalog. GT underscore field. Yeah. But did you build the field catalog? How many ways we can build the field catalog? Two ways. One is you can write the code, you can manually fill the code, and you can do it. The second one is the function module guys. But if whenever you use an object orientation, the function module is pattern and call function. This is the function model which we will use. LVC underscore field catalog match. If it is in a function model, if you use output as in a function model, use underscore ALV underscore field catalog match. If it is in a class, LVC underscore field catalog match. That's the difference. And enter. And here you need to pass what is the structure which you have taken. So my structure for the output is, so I build a structure. So for the output, so my structure is and PUR ALV. This is the structure. So this is the structure. Control C and but don't put in a lowercase. Always you should be having an uppercase. So how can you convert this lowercase to uppercase? And no, that's in a value. It's in a direct S E D G 9 PUR ALV. So if you have a data object, if it is in a data objects, if you want to convert that value, we will translate lowercase to the uppercase. It's not possible here. You need to write manually. So now the data will generate in a field catalog. It will store that field catalog attributes, and that attributes will be saved in the GT underscore field catalog. So we have used the field catalog and we have provided the internal table base. That's it. So our coding is done. Pretty printer and activate the program. Activate the program. So now we are going to see our output in a ALV report with the object oriented ABAP. Now your model pool, you are clear. That's why you are able to understand this code. So before what I did it without model pool, I have explained that time you are all okay, dumb and deaf. Okay, so execute and EKORG 3000 and execute and no. Okay. The back functionality. See guys, so you need to enable in a what logic you need to write in the PAI. You need to write the logic for the back, exit, and cancel. That's the problem. Slash and go to the SC38 and change the report. And is it, yeah, is it my report? Yes. And one thing is the screen, call screen. The screen is in the flow logic is in inactive mode. You need to activate this. And the second thing is I need to write in a logic. Go to the screen again, and in the PAI, I need to enable a user command and yes, and go to the main program and then write in a logic and write the logic case 5 use 0 error and the case and write when it is in a back answer. Okay, you have to keep this in the single quote. When you are working with literals, all literals should be in the single quotes. And leave to screen. Okay. Save pretty printer. I think even the screen should be in active mode. See, again it is in active mode. Whenever you enable screen, it's inactivate and execute now. And 3000 and execute. See guys, the ALV output data on a screen, whatever the custom control which we have given. In the custom control, it is displayed the data guys. See, so here I have a fields, lot of fields, and which are displayed on this ALV output on a screen which we did it guys. And also, if you want to do the operation, see, so if you want to export this data to the Excel, yes, I can do the export and export spreadsheet. See guys, desktop and save. Okay, hello. Yes. See guys, the data is exported to the Excel. So automatically it gives ALV functionality, gives a lot of functions. Automatic functions it is going to give it. And we can do the sort in ascending order. Yes, select, sort, it is sorted. And select in descending order, it will sort. No, select and sorting ascending, there is a descend, sort in descending order. It will give in the descending order. And you can do the filters and you can do the find. Okay, you can print also this. You can print this output to the external device as well. And also guys, you can declare your own screen variant. You can do any your own layouts as well. Suppose I am the user, I want all these fields. Okay, suppose some other user don't want some of the fields. I don't want to see the some not required fields. Go to here, change layout. So if I don't want, keep this field to this side, please. So let's take an example of I don't want um, uh, okay, I don't want order, status deletion status. I don't want, bring this side. Okay, net weight I don't want, bring this side. Unit of measure I don't want, bring this side. Okay, some other fields, the subject to the release status is I don't want. Okay, select all these fields. You can select multiple fields and bring this side and see these fields. When I click here, okay, so those fields will be come out from the output. So those fields are not available in this output. Okay, you can set your own layouts as well, guys. Huh? Yeah, again you go back and select all. Suppose if you want to, some other user want this, and you can select this. You can do like this, and it comes to the that. So you can get the all the required whatever you want dynamically. See, so are you doing any coding? No, the inbuilt ALV functionality is giving up. So you can choose your own layout space. So that's the beauty of the ALV. And also guys, so next thing, how you can do the interactiveness. And also we are going to write an image. See guys, there is no material description in the output. So how you can get the material descriptions? So now we are going to see. So if you want to get an, no, it's not working. Slash h back F7. Yes, I will come. Leave to screen is come. I will come. Is exit. Okay. So an exit command. Okay. I'm getting this. Maybe I put on a slash SC38. So they have assigned E guys as an UCOM. So we need to use that UCOM only. Okay, it's not standard. So in the ALV case, it is an E, and it is an E due to screens. That's a debugging. So you'll come to know a lot of things in the debugging. Maybe my one more thing is I need to display a material description. So what is the, if you want to get a material description, which table I need to use as a reference? So material, where the material is available in EK PO base. See, this is my material. I can have a material here. Material description will be available. So if site hyphen subarc, which is equal to 0, and if, and material description will be available in the table called, let's select MAT and MAKT from MAKT into table GT underscore MAKT, and for all entries in GT underscore EKPO. Why? Because the material is available in the EKPO, not in the EKPO. And where the condition MAT and R, which is equal to the GT underscore EKPO. And like this, I can write 100 tables. Okay, in your report. So this is the logic, the relationships which you should know. So then declare the internal table, right? So declare the internal table and go to the pattern and go to it, and MAKT is the database table, and select MATNR and MAKT X and copy, and TY underscore MAKT and enter, and change this to the type. And so declare an internal table, GT underscore MAKT, and the type, which is a table of TY underscore MAKT and BS underscore MAKT, which is a type of TY underscore MAKT. And I think I need to put my pretty printer activate. And also guys, but I need to have selected the data, and also guys, I need only the this guys, this will have an English language. There is a language field FPRAS, and which is equal to the English language or sign language. This is what I am going to do. So which language you need to put it? For material, I have a different kind of languages. I can maintain the, if I sell this product in China, it will display in the China language. If I sell this product in America, it will display in English language. If I sell this product in Germany, it will display the German language. That's the importance. So you need to retrieve only that particular language. How you will get this language? So whenever you log in the screen, you are going to give language. So that's language, the user language, which is going to be populated over here. And but I need to read that. I fetched the data, but I need to read the data to make it is in a final internal table. Read table GT underscore MAKT to GS underscore MAKT, and with the key MAT and R, which is equal to the GS underscore EKPO, because the material is available in EKPO. That relation only you need to use it, and the binary search. That's it. And give site icon subarc, and which is equal to 0, and end if, and do the move corresponding. Or else I can do like this also, guys. Don't worry. Yes, understand. Final hyphen MAKTXP, which is equal to GS underscore. Many ways we will discuss. Is equal to MAKTX. That's it. I'm going to populate the particular field. Here I want a one field. I can pass the one field. Okay, that's it. Do the syntax check, no syntax errors, and activate. And whenever I use a binary search, I need to sort the internal table. And so then I will sort if the record exists size of C, and which is equal to 0, and end if, and I can sort the GT underscore MAKT and by MAT This is my sorting in the increment table and activate. And activate the program and execute. And 3000 is purchase organization. You can see there is a description. It is displaying the material description. This is the material. And also guys, and did you see the description is copied to the another? If there is no material here, even though it is displaying here, why? Perfect. So the clearing problem. So here you can see there is a clearing problem. Okay, you need to do the clear and also back. Yeah, it's working fine. So whenever you process it, guys. So before going to the next record, clear all the work areas, guys. This is a good practice. See GS underscore EKKO. This one work area I am used, and GS underscore EKPO. That's one work area I have used. GS underscore MAKD. Always is the best practice. Whenever you do the loop and loop, whatever the work areas you have used within the loop, clear all the work areas. You will not get any problem. These are the best practice. Okay. So pretty printer and activate. Now you can see, and 3000, you will not be getting any that kind of situations. Why it's coming this? So let's debug. Okay, not debugging is not required. I'm moving this data perfect. EKKO, I'm moving this data perfect. MAKT size about C equal to 0. I am moving this, but I have used even GS underscore final as well. Even this has to be cleared. So pretty printer and execute. Even this work area also used in this, and I'm going to do this and execute. This is the bug stage. See, whatever the material there, the description coming for that material, and if the material is not there, there is no description. So the clearing is also very important. Base. You can solve lot of bugs with the clearing statement. So in the production support, so always you have to think, guys, whenever something is going wrong, maybe the clearing is there or not. That's you need to check it. This is one of the shortcut. And this is the output, ALV output on your screen, guys. So tomorrow we'll see the interactive options. I will put in a check boxes. I will put in a interactiveness and ALV output by using object-oriented ABAP. Today this is a plain classical report. Tomorrow we are going to apply interactiveness to this ALV. That's it for the day. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.